Well, we are in Ohio with Trooper Anthony Pagan, however you pronounce it. What's this degenerate up to? Now, there's some words YouTube don't like. You know the drill. I'll point them out. I'm not going to say them. Ohio State Highway Patrol Trooper facing material related charge, and this is January 31st, 2025. 23 years old. They'll tell you he dedicated his whole life to public service. He's 23. He's dedicated 2 years. Please stop. Ohio State Highway Patrol Trooper Anthony Pagan, you can't make it up, Licking County Jail. Columbus, Ohio. An Ohio State Highway Patrol Trooper is facing a related charge and has been removed from duty. Trooper Anthony Pagan was charged with 1 count of pandering involving a minor in Licking County. He is currently being held on a $10,000 appearance bond. The Ohio State Highway Patrol stated they are aware of the charges against Pagan. The patrol is aware of the charges against employee Anthony Pagan, which do not reflect the values of the agency. Don't we keep hearing that? And yet, they keep popping up. Immediate actions were taken by placing Mr. Pagan, however you pronounce it, on administrative leave without pay while the criminal investigation is conducted, Staff Lieutenant Nathan Dennis said. Pagan was assigned to the Granville Post after his promotion from cadet in 2023. He is scheduled to appear in court for a preliminary hearing on February 13th. It is currently filed as a second-degree felony, which is very, very concerning, and we are going to do everything possible to defend his interests and be sure his rights are protected, said Attorney Samuel Shamansky. We will await an indictment. We will file discovery and get busy every step of the way. Will you? Alrighty then. So, this, if I click on that, it'll stop the, I'm not going to click on that, it'll stop the recording. It probably just says Ohio Patrol, Highway Patrol, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, here's Mr. Anthony Pagan. Mr. Served has dedicated his whole life to public service. He has not. He should be in prison, and here we are.
Pagan has been with the
Pagan
State Highway Patrol, but has now been placed on administrative leave. Appearing via video conference, the Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper...
Via video conference. They should drag his ass in there in front of God and everyone. There's always got to be something else with those people there. The protected class. He's an idiot.
Did not talk during his bond hearing.
So he has a stable environment in which he lives. No record.
No record. No record. What does that mean? He has charges that are pretty serious. He has no record. Let's make him sound so good that they'll just let him walk out.
He's not incentivized to flee.
His attorney, Sam Shamansky, argued the 23-year-old does not have a record and has dedicated his life to service.
How has he dedicated his life to service? Again, he is 23 years old. You, most places, can't be in law enforcement until you're 21. So let's do the math. 23 minus 21 is 2. Not his whole, he hasn't even lived his whole life. So please stop.
His parents were in the courtroom.
His parents were in the courtroom. Where are they at? I want to see them. I want to see what those damn people look like.
Any parents would be, they're scared to death.
They should be scared to death. He should be looking at life in prison. He should be looking at the electric chair is what he should be looking at. They should put him in prison and they should stick a picture of the fucking electric chair right there. Everywhere he turns, all he sees is a picture of the electric chair. That's how that should play out.
The good news is that Judge Brandstool, who's an outstanding and fair-minded jurist, is going to preside over this case and preside.
Outstanding and fair-minded jurist sounds to me like he knows that this one will probably let him walk with maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 days probation.
fairly.
According to court records, in December, Heath Police Department received a cyber tip from the Ohio...
December of 2024, I don't know if they're going to read the whole thing, but I am. Heath Police received a cyber tip from the Ohio Internet Crimes Against Children, where the cyber tip was generated by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The cyber tip was generated from Dropbox, reporting that on August 9th, 2024, a parent, right there, had been uploaded to a Dropbox account. One of the files was identified a hash. I don't know what that means, but anyway, that's where we're at right this second.
Internet Crimes Against Children unit that a known child sex abuse picture had been uploaded to a Dropbox account on August 9th, 2024. Investigators found that Dropbox belonged to Pagan.
With reports relating to the video, on January 30th, 2025, Heath Police, with assistance from Franklin County, whatever that acronym was, executed a search warrant of the defendant's residence in Licking County, Ohio. The defendant was present and spoke with detectives. The defendant agreed that he used the Dropbox account and had downloaded the materials and had viewed them. That's where we're at. That is possession of and a Dropbox. Did he send it anywhere? And that's distribution. He has openly and willfully admitted to it, but they want to see it play out. Electric chair and live streamed. I will provide the soda and the popcorn.
On January 30th, Heath Police, along with the Franklin County ICAC team, searched Pagan's home. According to court records, Pagan admitted he used the Dropbox account and had downloaded the materials and viewed them.
Assume for a minute, if you want to, that they're true. I haven't seen the nature of the images.
Assume that they're true? He admitted to it. I don't need to assume anything. Was he coerced into admitting that? Is that what you're saying might have happened? He admitted to it. I don't need to see anything.
It certainly is not a good situation for him in any way, shape, or form. But we still understand, of course, that he's...
So anytime they say something and they say but, that but means I'm about to say some more shit, and the shit I just said before, don't take that into consideration.
Unless and until. I have no idea what the evidence looks like.
Pagan joined the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
This is what law enforcement is coming to. I'm telling you, don't trust any of them. Record. I don't care if you got to go to Goodwill or secondhand. What? Get some type of a recording device. Get on Facebook Marketplace. Get an old phone. Get anything that will record it, and anytime, and put a dash mount in your car, because you know if they roll up and you got it in your hand, they'll say you had it the whole time and distracted driving and bullshit. Get a dash mount, some type of mount in your car, and every time you have an interaction with them, record that shit. Trust none of them. I can't believe law enforcement. Like I said, my husband was in law enforcement for years. I can't believe this is what the profession has come to. It is ridiculous.
In 2023 and was based out of the Granville Post. In a statement, the Ohio State Highway Patrol said the patrol is aware of the charges against employee Anthony Pagan, which do not reflect the values of the agency.
Again, how many times do we hear that? It does not reflect the values of the agency, yet every time you turn around, it's another one. And they're saying the same thing, does not reflect the values of the agency. Please, you need to take that out. What it should say is, the patrol is aware of the charges against employee and employee's name, and sometimes, for whatever reason, this shit just keeps happening. That's what it should say.
Immediate action was taken by placing Mr. Pagan on administrative leave without pay while criminal investigation is conducted.
It's a horrible...
Anyway, let me know what you think about this complete degenerate. Also, I'm going to keep saying it. Analytics say 90% now of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. It's free. Click the button.
incredibly difficult position for anybody. 23-year-old kid whose whole life is wrapped up in public service. And
his whole life is not wrapped up in public service. He is 20. How is this? Was his daddy a trooper? Did his daddy put him in a little trooper costume when he was little and take him around everywhere? Was his daddy in? Was somebody? Is his whole family in law enforcement? Is that why you're saying his whole life is? It is not. 2 years of his life, and he's a damn degenerate, probably why he got into it, because he figured he could be doing some sketchy shit and nobody'd find out because he's law enforcement. No, please give me a break. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.
A good highway patrolman now finds himself on this flip side. It's horrible.
Pagan is being held on a $10,000 bond. In Licking County, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.